YouTube, Hopper here. It's Tuesday the 23rd of June, and today we're going to unbox and set up an Apple TV. I'm sure there are already plenty of videos of doing this on YouTube, but that's what the internet's for. More of the same. So actually, the lighting in here does suck. That is the front/top of the box. That's the actual top. Here's the side with some of the specs, Wi-Fi, HDMI, and 1080p. Still 802.11 and Wi-Fi, and surprisingly this does not even have gigabit Ethernet. It is still 100 megabit tops. That actually surprised me. But oh well. This has always been a hobby for Apple. Here's the back. Apple logo on the left side. On the back, some Energy Star and regulatory legal crap. So, usually just slides right out like so. There we go. So, this is of course rather difficult to do one-handed, so set you down for a brief moment and pull the rest of the box off. And in other news, Cubs win! Cubs win! I think they were playing Los Angeles today, at least that's what I'm assuming LAD was. Oh well. So this is what it looks like. It has a nice pull tab here that you should be used to if you've ever taken an Apple product out before. It looks a lot like the second generation Airport Express, except black and with Apple TV on it. And on the back, read the safety instructions, Energy Star certified and stuff. The second generation Apple remote, the aluminum remote. I used to have one of the first generation plastic ones around, but I don't recall where that got to, so I can't show you the difference. It probably would actually still work with it too, because it's really the same layout. Nothing's really changed. You have your up, down, left, right menu, play, pause, and select, and your watch battery in the back. And of course this is infrared, unlike my Roku remote, which is Wi-Fi direct. Pull out to reveal the power cord, which is pretty generously long looking. No HDMI cord included, so if you don't have an HDMI cord you will need to get one. But the Roku 3 is the same way, no HDMI cord included. Setup guide, this is pretty stupidly simple to set up, and I set up a previous generation one, so we're just going to skip that and toss it back in the box. So let's set those aside on my laptop with the insert just tossed back in. So the Apple remote is pretty easy to unwrap. Well, it's easier to do two-handed than one. And just push it out there. There we go. This probably already has the battery sucking away on it. Although that's actually changed since the last one I've used. There's an exclamation point there now. But as you can see, there's no tab in here stopping the battery from activating, so hopefully this still has working battery. Now for the Apple TV itself, kind of just flip it over a couple times until it's unwrapped enough that you can just slide the rest of the wrapping off. Now you do need to actually pull this tab, unfortunately, because as you can see there is black tape over what is a now actually no, that's always been that way, the shiny gigantic infrared receiver. And as well to reveal the ports on the back. which I shall reveal in just a moment. There we go. And actually, you know what? What the heck, I'll use the optical out on here that I've got a spare cable to. Normally those would be hooked up to my sound sticks, but I haven't really hooked anything back up on my desk. This is what my desk at home looks like, by the way. It's kind of a mess. I think this is actually the first unboxing video from being back from Drexel after graduation. So yes, I am home in New Jersey. No more unboxing videos at Drexel because I've graduated. So you've seen this desk before if you've been around long enough. Now, on the back, we have the power, HDMI, there's a mini micro USB, whatever the heck it is, one of the smaller USB ones. Guess what, you can't use it anyway because it's just for service, optical, audio, and your Ethernet port. Now, if we set that down for a moment, along with the camera, now have to unwrap the power cord, which again is pretty long. Power cord has two plastic bits for you to pull up and away to reveal the power cord. Ooh, they did not wrap this properly, which is a problem because I do not have scissors up here. Well, I will need to cut in order to cut this bit of plastic that was not properly installed at the factory. This is supposed to come right off, which it's not. Let's be right back. Now that we have corrected our power cord problem, welcome back. We're now going to throw the massive amount of power cord down my desk, which now has another power strip in it so that I could actually plug this in. So, start by plugging in the power cable. There's some text on it. It doesn't matter which way you put it in. It's just a typical two-prong miniature power cable, so there's no right or wrong way to install this, really. It literally will only go in one way. If you screw this up, I'm sorry to say you probably should not be owning an Apple TV. So, slide it in. HDMI cord again. There's another pop-in, goes right into your HDMI port. I will probably hook up an Ethernet cord to this later. And what the... You know, and actually I think that's just an optical out cable from the TV to an actual pair of speakers, so I will not hook up the optical audio because that is not actually something that I have, as I thought I might have. Alright, let's rotate the wonderful LG monitor TV back around, which has shut itself off from not getting a signal. So let's tap you on and switch over to the right input. Which will be HDMI 2. And we have something I can prop you up on to show this sucker starting up for the first time. Not really. Well, alright. I guess I will have to plug this in quickly then. One of the nice things about this being E-flat cable is it doesn't catch on everything else like every other cable I own manages to do. Now, let's start it up. there's the white light. Alright. Oh yes, I forgot that with this being the 3rd generation Apple TV, 4th,
Welcome to Apple TV. To use VoiceOver with your
whatever
Apple
it
TV,
is.
press the small button located on the lower right of your remote 3 times.
How about no? So let's actually see what this looks like setting it up with an iPhone. Unlock your device, enable Bluetooth, and touch Apple TV. Okay, well, conveniently, we have an iPhone right here. So let's go to Settings, Bluetooth, and let's see. Hilariously, I don't see the Apple TV coming up.
Welcome to Apple TV.
Yes,
to
I heard
use
you the first
VoiceOver
time,
with your
Siri.
Apple TV, press the small button located on the lower right of your remote 3 times.
Well, that might not actually work with my 5S. So, if I can remember where I put my iPad, let's try the iPad. Ah, there we go. That took a while. Never actually prompted to pair, it just simply came up eventually. So, this is what it looks like. And it prompts for my Apple ID to configure it. And it would help if I didn't fat finger my password. Which hopefully has not expired as I'm doing this. There we go. So now you're asked if you want your password remembered. I will say yes, since I'll be the only one using it. And sure, Apple can use my data. Oh, so now it shows up in devices. Now it disappears because now the Apple TV is setting up. It's connecting. If this actually pulls all of my network information and everything automatically, including iTunes Match and all that, that will actually be very nice. Apple, please don't disappoint me. Now we let it think for a bit here. And there we go. So it's now set up, and as you might be able to see along the bottom row, it's slowly rendering the menu items, and this is how you rearrange it. And conveniently, the remote does have battery power in it. So just do a long press really on the select button until it jiggles like, you know, anything else. So, first things first, let's move Netflix down to the bottom, because I will never use Netflix. In fact, I'll probably actually just remove it from the home screen entirely. And let's bump Crunchyroll up, because that I will definitely be using a lot. And I will save you having to watch me rearrange my home screen entirely. Let's see though if Match was automatically set up or not. So let's turn it on. I was somewhat expecting that to automatically be activated given that it's enabled on my iPhone, but I can see why you would still prompt for that. I can definitely see that I will be hooking up an Ethernet cord to this though, because the Wi-Fi is a bit slow upstairs. And yes, I know this isn't terribly exciting, but I believe I can go back to the main menu while it's still setting up, and yes I can, so that's really about it. There's really not much to see. Yeah, nothing really exciting there, except for the fact that I see that the time was in Cupertino and not Eastern, which is interesting that it didn't pick up on that. Oh well, there you have it. That's the Apple TV 3rd, 4th generation, whatever it is, the 1080p latest edition.